Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, dear students. I'm Mr. Muhammad Khalid and you are learning Pakistan Studies. Dear students, it is week 9, lesson 9, and we are going to talk about security threats confronting Pakistan, or the security challenge to the existence of Pakistan, or in simple words, पाकिस्तान की सालमियत को लाहक खतरात के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे. Dear students, first have a look on the contents or the main points we are going to cover. We'll talk about external challenge or threats, which include Kashmir dispute, Afghanistan, and terrorism because of the external boundary disputes. Internal security challenge or threats, they include terrorism, ethnicity, political instability, corruption, weak economy, water crisis, energy crisis, and promoting Islamic Renaissance. Well, dear students, first of all, the definition of security or threat. Threat means something which apprehends, which can cause danger or destruction to some person, building, or even a state. Clear? Something which can vitiate, which can bring chaos, destroy, it is called danger. And the definition of the security, all the elements that help to sustain a country or which promote the power or resilience of the country. यानी security का मतलब ये है, security means safety, security mean integrity. मतलब ये है कि हिफाजत का मतलब है कि सलामती. Okay, so security of a nation or a country is not one directional. Means there are certain elements which requires the security. Let's, for example, you are walking in a street and you listen to a dog barking and you find it is chasing. Clear? You try to pick up some stone or something like a club or log to prevent yourself. Mean you quickly have managed your protection just by picking up a stone, or by with the stick you try to harass the dog and to drive it move away from you. कि आप एक लकड़ी के जरिए, आप एक पत्थर के जरिए एक कुत्ते को जिसे आप समझते हैं कि वो आप पर अटैक कर देगा, आप भगाने की कोशिश करते हैं. So in that situation you take that security measures. But in the security of a nation or a state, there are so many things we require. Clear? So security encompasses all elements of the national power, such as military, economic, political, diplomatic, cultural, and informational fronts, clear, in which need to be deployed through a holistic government approach to take up a multitude of multidimensional challenge faced by any nation. Means that security of the nation is not one directional. There is nothing, it is made up by many things. We need military power, we need strong economy, we need strong political system, very nice and productive promoting relationships with the other countries, be they are the neighbors or be are they far away, clear, cultural relations, and the exchange of information and knowledge and idea, clear, which the countries, their policymakers, their think tanks, they apply, and that is called national policy, clear. So they apply it, and by these measures they sustain the security of their country. Fine. So in simple words, the threat, khatra, or salamati, they are two proportional or reciprocal terms which are required to be understood. The students, I'm sure that you have learned the definition of the security. Well, the students, what type of the security challenge the state of Pakistan is facing or has faced or had faced in the past? There are, it's a long story that we need to connect to this clip. You understand that before the partition, India was a united country under the control of the British. The Muslims of subcontinent, on the basis of two nation theory, that we are entirely a different nation, our ideas, concepts, beliefs, traditions, political systems, economic system, social system, they are different from the Hindus and the other non-Muslim state nation people dwelling or residing in India. Thereby, we need a separate homeland. Furthermore, the historic enmity between the Muslims and the Hindus opened in start of the 20th century, clear, which led a division between the Muslims and the Hindus. Well, when Pakistan came into being in 1947, Indian thinking always remained suspicious and very aggressive. Pakistan had to fight the war in 1947, 1948, clear, and since that time right now, India has posed so many attacks on Pakistan. Clear? Both these nations have been under the security challenge. Fine. Then water disputes, when the dispute of the assets, division of assets, clear, and boundary disputes over certain things like Kashmir, like Run of Kutch, like Manawada, Junagadh, fine, and other princely states. And at the later stage, the Indian involvement in East Pakistan and right now in the Balochistan and other areas. So they are the looming. and sustaining and very grim security challenge for the existence of Pakistan. Clear? So we trace that the security threats to Pakistan start from the very beginning of its birth, and they range from this to the internal threats like weak economy, social differences, religious fundamentalism, different kind of religious and political movements, uh, then political instability. Fine. So there are many dimensions of the security challenge which has led Pakistan into some difficult situation, and especially in this at this occasion, in this moment, in 2023, Pakistan is facing lots of challenge internally and externally. Clear? Dear students, we divide the security challenge to Pakistan into three dimensions: external, internal, and combination of both external and internal एलिमेंट. एक्सटर्नल बैरूनी, जो बाहर की तरफ से पाकिस्तान को खतरात लाक है, इस क्लियर, और इंटरनल जो अंदरूनी तौर पर पाकिस्तान को खतरात लाक हैं. एंड देन देयर इज मिक्स्ड डोमेस्टिक चैलेंज, जिनकी कुछ वजूहात अंदरूनी हैं और कुछ वजूहात जो हैं वो बैरूनी हैं. सो दे in one go become very challenging for Pakistan, and in this discussion we'll one by one talk little bit about these issues. Dear students, let's have the varieties of the security threats to Pakistan. Clear? So they are like terrorism in Pakistan, and terrorism, the shapes, like in what shapes terrorism is causing or destabilizing the state of Pakistan. It includes militancy, extremism, sectarianism. Clear? Militancy, extremism, shiddat pasandi, sectarianism, firqa parasti. Clear? So they three things cause terrorism in Pakistan. Tribalism and feudalism. Tribalism mean tribalism and feudalism, जागीरदारी निज़ाम और कबायली निज़ाम. Clear? So they are also the threats. Socio-economic disparities. Socio-economic disparities, instability. That these two types, tribal lords and the feudal lords, try to congeal they control the lives of the people in their areas, and they don't let them grow, because they believe if the people of their vicinity are educated, they will have the basic facilities, so they won't serve them, and due to which often these areas terrorism and other things promote. Militant wings of the political parties. This is one of the very major threat. Clear? That political parties in Pakistan, unfortunately, they have their militant wings, or say police power wings, and due to which weaponization, that the keeping the arms, okay, intolerance. They're the two things. People are keeping arms, intolerance. That Adam Bardasht. People become furiated, their workers become furiated, uh, hate talk, clear, allegation, suspicion, uh, false litigation, जो झूठे मुकदमे बनाना, fine. Political expediency, clear. Political parties जो हैं वो अपने वोट बैंक के लिए जो मामलात करती हैं, clear, they promote ethnic because they need, and they promote specific firqa, linguistic on the basis of the language. For example, Sindh card, Punjabi, Pashtun, fine. So they provoke that they are better, fine, and they hate others. Provisional divisions. Okay, so there are other things that the political parties for vote, they always heat the issues like there should be more provinces, there should be more things, clear. They keep talking ill about the other provisions or other people. Poor governance, this is really one of the major issues, and poor governance give rise to corruption, politicization of bureaucracy. Poor governance, unfortunately in Pakistan it is very common, because no party, hardly a party in Pakistan in the political democratic way has the power in the center. Often they have to make collaboration with the others, कि कोई भी पार्टी को वाज़ी अक्सरियत हासिल नहीं कर सकती, जिसकी वजह से there are always a harmonization, clear, and there is always seat adjustment and give and take. And the current situation is the example that the PDM, when they stabilized the sitting government of that time, now the country doesn't possess any clear statement or any clear policy, and the bureaucracy is facing lots of challenge. You find lots of issues with the Supreme Court and High Court about the transfer of the bureaucrats, and over the issues like election commission, time framework for the elections, clear. Crimes, criminal mafia, this is another group. When the political system is weak, when there are ethnic people strong, when the militant and the political parties also hire and have the militant tendencies, then these people, these groups come into power, and they control the fate of the people, plus they drive often the country into darkness, clear. And criminal mafias do following things: smuggling, human and drug trafficking, fine, they are the very two major common things, fine. Incomplete national database, that unfortunately the census, mardam shumari, and plus the information of the people of Pakistan and their properties and all others is yet not completed, due to which different people intrude. And in the previous governments, the registration of the foreigners as the Pakistani people, that was very common, and the people living in like nomads, people living on bhatta, clear, they are one of the very common examples that they even are not registered. Foreign intrusion, this is the foreign, like drone attacks, Afghan refugees, border disputes, LOC skirmishes, that border पर जो झड़पें होती हैं, So, dear students, I'm sure that you have understood the types of general varieties of the security threats to Pakistan. Thank you very much